Does the world need another car brand? That was the opening line during our visit to the Lynk Co offices in Hangzhou, China. Well, based on how this Lynk Co 05 performed as my daily driver during the past week, yes, the world definitely needs Lynk Co. Why, you ask? Well, stick around because I'm going to tell you all about it. Let's do this. With so many options available in the compact crossover segment, a new car brand like Lynk Co must go above and beyond in order to stand out. Well, as far as standing out is concerned, it seems that the Lynk Co 05 has hit a home run. You see, the 05 is the brand's performance-oriented compact crossover, and it's designed to truly turn heads. Another aspect of the Lynk Co 05 that will surely grab your attention would be the price. You see, at 2,748,000 Philippine pesos, the 05 offers a good value for a premium European performance crossover. But aside from its European roots, unique styling, and attractive price, what else can we expect from the Lynk Co 05? Let's find out. Here at Reagan's Rides, we do car reviews of SUVs, sports cars, trucks, and everything in between. So subscribe and hit the bell. Okay, I know what some of you guys are thinking out there. But Reagan, Lynk Co is not a Euro car brand, it's a Chinese car brand. Dude, pare, let me get this straight. Lynk Co is as Chinese as, let's say, Lamborghini is German, or Land Rover is Indian. So yes, the company is majority owned by Geely Holdings, but Lynk Co was born in Gothenburg, Sweden, which is also the home base of Volvo cars. In fact, Lynk Co's main headquarters is also in Gothenburg, Sweden, so I do hope that this clarifies the identity of Lynk Co before we dive into the 05. I mean, the company prefers to be called as a global car company, having Chinese and Swedish owners, because yes, Volvo Cars has a stake in Lynk Co, but well, Lynk Co as a company is as European as it can get, well, by modern standards. Now the 05 is the coupe twin of the 01, which we also get as a PHEV, and I did a feature of that a while back. Now, this, my friends, is based on the CMA platform, which is the same platform, the exact same platform used by the Volvo XC40 all-wheel drive. In fact, the engine under the hood is also a Volvo engine, which is a 2-liter Turbo 4 that puts out 253 PS and 350 Nm of torque. Now, the power is sent to all four wheels via one of the smoothest shifting 8-speed automatic transmissions that I've ever tested. 0 to 100 kph times in sport mode can be done in as quick as 6.1 seconds, which is quite impressive for a sub 3 million peso European compact crossover. Now, pare, the power is good and all, but what further impresses me is the steering and handling character of the 05. You see, the steering feel is nicely weighted, and it's almost as sharp and as responsive as, say, some of the BMWs that I've tested. No, pare, that is saying a lot. That is saying a lot, because the Volvos that I drove didn't really steer like this. They're not as sharp as the steering feel of the Lynk Co. So I can definitely say that the engineers in Lynk Co were able to tune the steering of the 05 really, really well. Which is very important for me because I put top priority towards the drive experience. I mean, if you're a long-time subscriber of mine, you know that that's how I review my cars. Now, the 05's tuning, from the throttle response to the brake feel down to the handling, it's all very well sorted out. Even the ergonomics of the drive itself feels so natural. You see, the controls, they're all well laid out, and we have the proper knobs, switches, and buttons here for the most crucial features. Take the volume knob right here in the middle. You see, if you're the front passenger, you'd appreciate this simple knob because you don't have to fiddle around the infotainment system to adjust something as simple as the volume. Now, the climate control is also embedded in this infotainment system, but we have dedicated buttons here for your air conditioning as well as knobs to adjust your temperature control as well as the fan control. Now, the cockpit itself has a European feel to it, but it is sprinkled with a dash of youthfulness. In fact, this, my friends, reminds me more of a BMW cockpit, mainly because of the laser engraved aluminum trim here, the ambient lighting that we have on the all around your cabin, the splashes of white on your door cards and this on these seats, and of course the yellow stitching here, which is it's really fun. Pare. It's a fun looking cabin. It looks young. It looks fresh. Now, here's something that you won't see in this video. Oh yeah, pare. Yeah, the 05's cabin, it also smells like a BMW cabin. I mean, it is that good. Now, that's probably because of the Napa leather seats that we have here. See, these are Napa leather seats. We have power adjustments for both the front seats, and we also have heat and ventilation function for the driver's seat only. All right, the front passenger only gets heating function. We don't have ventilation for the front passenger. A bit of a step back, but well, it is what it is. Now, here's another thing that that reminds me of a BMW cockpit: the steering wheel. You see, we have a Napa leather wrap steering wheel here, and this steering wheel is meaty, it's chunky, and it feels like I'm holding the steering wheel of a BMW. And we have some nice paddle shifters here behind the wheel, and we also have a tilt and a telescoping function. I mean, yep, they nailed the steering wheel really well here, pare. I mean, I love it. Now, the gauge cluster here is fully digital. Of course, we have a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster there. It's nice and bright. We also have a 12.8-inch touchscreen infotainment system here that comes with, get this, wireless Apple CarPlay, okay, wireless Android Auto, all right, the image of a 360-degree view camera, that's great, and we also have a 10-speaker Harman Infinity sound system here. Oh yes, pare. Now, that includes a subwoofer, which sounds really good. I mean, it has that warm and mellow tones to it, which is something that I expect from an Infinity sound system. Now, when you go down to the bottom part of this infotainment screen, we have an actual home button here. I love that they put that there. We have a wireless charge pad here, the toggle switch for your drive modes. We have 4 drive modes here. We have Eco, we have Comfort, which is normal mode, we have Dynamic, which is sport mode, my favorite mode, and of course we have cross terrain in case you decide to go light off-roading with your Lynk Co 05, because we have an all-wheel drive system here. Now, I also want to take some time to talk about the shifter. Now, the gear shifter of the 05 has this premium and robust feel to it. You see, this shifter belongs inside the cabin of a premium European car, and that, my friends, is exactly what the Lynk Co 05 is. It's a premium European car. Now, to round up that premium vibe of this cockpit, well, you look up and you will see that we also have a panoramic sunroof there. Now, as for the design, the Lynk Co 05 is a standout, to put it mildly. You see, in the past few days I've been driving this vehicle, I've gotten stares from bystanders on the roadside, and there were some people who were craning their necks, checking out the logo of the brand, and there were even a few people who approached me and asked me what kind of car is this, and they even asked me if it's an electric car. Now, I do believe that is Lynk & Co's objective, because when we went to the offices in Hangzhou, China, well, they even have a wall in their office, in Lynk & Co's office, that says, "And we definitely don't look like them." All right? Now, this, my friends, has a distinctive European vibe to it, mainly because we have these Aurora Borealis LED DRLs here up top that looks like the eyes of the 05. However, we do have the LED headlights found here at the lower part near the front grille, and yes, it does contribute to that distinctive Euro vibe that's going on with this design. Now, some people may not like it, Some people may find this to be a little bit on the Skibidi Toilet Riz side in terms of design. But personally, In the past few days I've been driving this vehicle, this look of the 05 has started to grow on me. Because yes, I like unique, and this, my friends, is as unique as they can get. Here on the side, you can see the coupe-like silhouette of the Lynk Co 05, which separates its body style from its twin, which is the Lynk Co 01, because the 01 looks more like a crossover SUV, while here we have a coupe-like body style. In fact, the Lynk Co 05 here, the silhouette looks pretty similar to the one found in the BMW X4 with its fastback styling here at the rear end, and we also have these skyline halo design cues found on the C-pillar. Now, I'm happy that they included this. I like this because this gives a little bit more zing to the side profile design of the Lynk Co 05, along with the branding here on the front fender. It says Lynk Co right there. Now, we also have puddle lamps from these side mirrors here. We have Lynk Co spelled out on the ground, and we also have power folding side mirrors with LED turn signals. Now, despite being a compact crossover, if you check out the wheels and tires of the 05, you'll see that it's equipped with massive 20-inch alloy wheels here that are wrapped in Goodyear Eagle F1 tires. Now, these massive 20-inch alloys contribute to the slightly taller ground clearance of the 05 because we have 213mm ground clearance here, which means that you can take this 05 out on a light off-road trail, especially since we have an all-wheel drive system. Yeah, you can take it out on a light off-road trail if you want to go camping and you want to drive your Lynk Co 05. Now, behind those wheels, we get four-wheel disc brakes, of course, and we have a premium set of independent suspension, and we also have, as I said, an all-wheel drive system from the good folks at Borg-Warner. In terms of safety, the 05 also shines, which is already expected considering that Lynk Co as a company is partly owned by Volvo Cars. You see, we have the full suite of ADAS here, like adaptive cruise control, traffic jam assist, emergency braking, forward collision alert, etc, etc, etc. Now, the fuel economy also surprised me since I got 9 kilometers per liter in the city and 18 kilometers per liter on the highway, which is pretty darn good for a fire-breathing all-wheel drive crossover. Now, as for the back seat, let's go and check it out. Alright, so the back seat surprised me because I was expecting to get, a cramped back seat here, considering that we have a fastback silhouette, a fastback crossover design here. I was expecting to have no headroom, cramped backseat space here like an afterthought, but that's not the case. That is not the case, pare. You see, we have a decent amount of space here. I'm 5'6", pare, and I have around 4 inches of headroom, which is more than what I'd expect from a fastback crossover. Now, being a compact, SUV or compact crossover here, you could still fit 3 people here in the back seat, but it's best for you to just limit it to 2 passengers. One, because you get to use the center armrest here with a pair of cup holders, and 2, because we do have that center tunnel there for the all-wheel drive shaft, and it's a bit on the tall side. So yes, the middle passenger won't be too comfortable if they're sitting here, so best to just leave it at 2 passengers here in the back seat. Now, in terms of the amenities, other amenities aside from the center armrest here, we also have a pair of rear AC vents there, a pair of USB charge ports, a Type A and a Type C, and in terms of the ride quality, again, I was surprised in a good way because this is a performance fastback crossover, and I was expecting the ride here to be stiff, but it's not. It's not stiff. It's in fact quite comfortable. So Lynk Co was able to balance. They were able to find the perfect balance between performance and ride comfort in the Lynk Co 05, and I, my friends, am thoroughly impressed. Wow. Being a fastback crossover, the rear end design of the 05 is naturally unique. Now, we get a set of Energy Cube LED taillight units here. We have a pair of actual exhaust pipes, and we also have the button for your power liftgate that is hiding in plain sight. Now, why do I say that? Well, when you check out the brand here, the brand name, Lynk Co, you'll notice that the letter O of the Co is where your button is hiding. You see, you just put your thumb here, and that opens your power liftgate, which is pretty cool, pare. I love it. Now, when you look at the cargo capacity, well, behind the back seats, we only get around 336 liters of cargo space, which admittedly is a little bit on the small side. Well, that's a bit of a sacrifice because of this fastback design. However, 336 liters is still enough to transport a large piece of luggage here. There you go. That's still good enough for that. And we also have enough space for a hand carry luggage. Now, if ever you're transporting more stuff, well, you can tumble down the back seats, which gives you access to over 1,000 liters. And in case you run into a flat tire, well, underneath the floorboard here, you also have the donut spare tire of your Lynk Co. 05. The Lynk Co. 05 may be priced like an affordable European compact crossover, but you are getting a vehicle that punches above its price weight. With the mechanical underpinnings of the pricier Volvo XC40 all-wheel drive, the Lynk Co. 05 presents a more youthful and vibrant alternative to the more conservative XC40. And to answer the question at the start of the video, if the world needs another car brand, yes, the world will benefit from a car brand that challenges the norm and breaks traditional barriers. A brand like Lynk Co. Thanks for watching.